Check one.
Sorry, I have a dart. I was trying to get ambiance for Friday night.
You have a what?
Ambiance.
No, but you said you have a dart?
No, I said I have a dart.
Oh.
You can't see me.
I can see my drums, so I'm alright.
One day I'll get a nice light set for your drums.
Okay.
What I'd like to find is something that flashes on each time you hit the drum.
No, I don't want that. I don't mind a little, like, some, party lights, but I don't want to have some epileptic seizure
How
while
about missiles? Launching missiles.
Okay, we can do that.
Yeah.
As long as they're pointed away from me. Have you ever seen a drummer? They put water on the skin. Have you ever seen that?
No.
They put water.
Oh, yes.
And it goes straight up.
Saw that in a music video.
Okay.
Yeah, but some good weed.
Yeah, catch it.
I thought we were out there for an hour. It was only 10 minutes.
Usually you lose time, not gain it, right?
Yeah.
No, I guess that's losing time.
When I'm buzzed, I don't know.
This is counting. No, it's not plugged in. It's yeah, like you said. Where's it plugged in? Over here. It's not plugged in.
That beer is nice and cold.
See what I got?
Perfect.
Amazon. Hey? Oh, you got a new board? Yeah, $89 off Amazon. Came with a carrying case and it's got a built-in power block. Yeah, so let's see. Just not enough power. Yeah, plug it in. Will it reach over this one? Yeah, no power now. Will it reach over here? Why? Because the amp is that.
Yeah, your amp's
that,
on. Or no, the light's on now.
I think the it's not for the
I don't mean a beer in the car. Uh-oh. Good catch.
Different Phillips head screwdriver.
Yes. Over
Easy
in
to get to or
yes. Over in that bench there with all the containers labeled.
yeah.
There's screwdrivers in that one hanging out. Yeah. There should be tools in there. Slowly getting my tools brought in here. Should be something in there.
Where'd you buy the pedal board from, Mike? From where? Oh yeah.
I priced it out at Walk, right? It was gonna be like $200.
Oh yeah.
This one came with a built-in power supply.
Oh, right.
It's got 8 channels that share 100 million,
Oh really?
and then it's got a 500 million channel and it's isolated channel, and a 700 million isolated channel, and then 12 volt channel and an 18 volt channel.
Yeah. You got all of that?
All in that. $89, but.
It's got all that power. That's good.
Yeah.
Well, see the lights on. Is that like you plug it in? They make bigger ones too?
Yeah. They had larger ones. I think they were up to they go up by the next size up to about that size. I think was about $129-ish bucks.
Yeah. How much is that one?
That was $89.
That
That's
one's
it.
probably more important now.
I just took it out of the bag, set it down, plugged it in, and turned it on. What do you want to start with, guys?
Alright guys, I'm ready now.
Thanks for your patience.
What is that guitar?
Hey?
What's that guitar?
Oh, my Epiphone. You've seen it. Les Paul Model 2.
Yeah, it's a special, yeah.
Special.
Nice, I like the pickups in it.
I like the other one that I got a bit better, but
Is that
that's
just
my
special
E
for-
minor guitar.
I haven't seen you play that one in a while.
The other one has better tones.
I have a cherry version of
Start off with something simple. You want to do Make It With You?
Let's do something and then come back to that second.
Alright.
Let's do something else simple first. Something to warm up my voice, because that's actually a tougher song to sing.
Born to Be Wild.
You're singing
I'll sing it, yeah.
Born to Be Wild, eh?
Jimmy knows the solo on it. Oh, shit. Shouldn't have had that weed. I keep saying that every time I smoke weed. Shouldn't have had that weed.
I haven't done this one, so I'm just gonna wing it.
I don't know this. Be patient. I don't know the song very well.
Alright, well, just wing it. Give me an intro.
You know the tough part is there's a drum breaks in there.
Just skip it.
Too loud.
Well, I'll fake it.
Alright. try all of it.
Good warm up. He didn't really get one for warm up.
You were ripping. I had to tell you when to start.
No, there's supposed to be another verse there.
No, we did the second verse and
There's only
then
2 verses, right?
Who,
yeah, 2 verses.
Who
And
sings Boys of Summer? Is that Brooke?
Don Henley.
I can do that.
Huh?
I gotta get warmed up, but I can do that.
Okay. So what's a good song for you to warm up with? Sing it.
Let's do Make It With You, and then we'll do that one.
Are you ready for that?
Yeah.
Make it with you. Orange first word, C, right?
L, M, and P. Everybody's clapping. I hate this shit.
We'll have to sell tickets.
I can work on that.
Take the show up to what's that place in the room? They have the open mic night. That band.
Do that. Like to do one here.
The Bremerton one or whatever.
Oh, in Bloomington.
Do they still do that?
I believe so. His name is Rob Laframboise. Laframboise. Strawberry.
I've never been there.
I was there once. It was fun. I went with my neighbor. He's a keyboard player.
Yeah.
And it's just whoever shows up. Some nights it's just whoever shows up. And then there was no other drummers that night, so I got to play the whole night, which was pretty awesome. And they just kind of pull songs out, like some of them I've done before, like the band we did some Stones. It was a lot of fun. But if we went as a group, they would let us probably get up there and do a couple songs.
I know what song we should do.
Just us.
I went to a jam last night.
We should learn "My God Is the Sun" by Queens of the Stone. Gonna blow everybody's fucking socks off.
Well, let's put it on the list. What's it called?
My God is the sun.
I'll never remember that.
Hold on. Writing it down.
How hard is it?
I was listening to it on the way here.
My God is the
Probably
sun.
crazy time signature.
It's got two distinct guitar parts. I think you bumped that drum beat. Stop.
Yeah. Maybe we should pick something a little easier.
Taking a quick peek. Be right back.
I'm up for a try anything, bud.
Yeah, I'll try anything.
You know, if it works, it works. You never know.
But it's
you
in,
never know
the
what'll
thing
work,
is
right?
though. The thing is, it's in C standard.
I'll just play with my drop.
Bring another guitar with you.
That's what you have to do. You gotta play it. You gotta like tune it down like 2 whole steps. That's a long way.
It is. You have to. I have one guitar that is specifically tuned to C standard.
You gotta make sure you don't got any light strings or it'll probably just go. You know, you gotta be like heavier string. You go that low? I don't know.
I have a guitar that I have a 6-string at home that I have always set at C standard. So if you wanted to learn it just in E tuning on your guitar, just I can play with my drop pedal here and bring in my C standard. But Shane needs a C standard guitar
I got other guitars.
because there is two, like there are 2 distinct guitar parts in the whole song, and it's a funky song. I don't know. Or we just pick one we know and we do it.
I have multiple guitars, so something can be.
I think you know what? Fuck that. We should just do My Best Friend's Girl because we're getting pretty good at that.
Yeah.
You want to do that now?
Sure. Or did you want to do the Don Henley song?
It doesn't matter.
The what?
Family first.
Let's do Don Henley first.
Oh, okay.
Jimmy wants to do Don Henley first.
I forget. Does it start? It starts slow and then we go a little heavy.
It starts off like snow. I don't know. start it though. You gotta figure out where to start it. Like.
Just give us a count in. Just give us a count in. turn you up.
Yeah, probably could use a bit more.
Yeah, what number are you?
I don't know.
There's no stickers on it.
There's a sticker on the side.
There is a sticker.
It says
Four.
Four.
He is four. He is four. Speak into it.
Hello?
There you go.
Hi?
Plus. There you go.
Okay, that's better. Yeah, we're feeding back.
We're gonna try that again, or are we gonna move on?
Do you want to do it again?
Well, I think it's worth
Needs
working
work.
on.
Yeah,
you want to
needs
work
work.
on it now, or
Doesn't matter, whatever.
do you want to try? Let's keep going.
Let's come back.
Come back to it, yeah.
Sure.
Let's come back to it.
Do the chorus.
We have to pick a speed that we're gonna do it and stick to it.
Well, I think what version? Like, I think are we playing the Don Henley?
Well, the Don Henley is surprisingly quick. Like
Yeah, it
that
is.
is about the tempo.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
I don't think we were too far off the tempo.
Yeah.
And there's a difference in the tempo in the intro, in the verse and the chorus. Like there's a slight.
There's a break that we're missing.
Yeah.
There's nuances of the song. I have. to
Yeah.
admit.
I think some of the nuances we can forget about trying to do it like he does. Certain like there's that part in the middle. I think there's like some bongos or something, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So.
You gotta bring fucking bongos.
No, you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
Don Henley sings and fucking plays drums all at the same time.
I know. I hate it.
that
Yeah.
guy's a
It's
good
pretty
musician.
amazing. Yeah.
Let's do rock and free will. Or no, or do you want to do live in natural?
You wanted to do
Or we'll let best friends go.
best friend's girlfriend.
Oh, best friends girl. Yeah.
Why are you waiting for me? still trying to put up the work.
I do like that
We
song.
got it going. We got it going.
I like playing that
Fine,
song.
let's get going.
Want to do it again?
If you want. You want
Yeah.
to work on. Okay. Well, we know we can do it.
You want to come back to it later? Do it again?
No, let's do it again. It's pretty quick.
Always dancing down the street with your sweet blue eyes. No one knew, boy, that you meet. He doesn't know the real surprise. Dancing with the stars.
I think we need more weed.
We didn't go up into the solo part. That was going
It was supposed to go back to. And I started following you, and I'm like, uh-oh, here we go.
Take it from the solo.
I didn't know where we were.
Oh, I love it when the fucking wheels come off. Holy fuck. I'm gonna take a smoke break.
It's alright, it's not always better to play it twice.
Yeah,
You're right, man. You're
we
definitely right.
couldn't have done it worse.
No, it's okay. It's all good.
I love it.
It's all fun.
I'm not. Oh, fuck, I love when shit like that happens. We're always like, we're gonna start in this part of the song, and then it's like 4 different parts. I think we made a new song.
Quick break.
Thank
song?
What are you looking for?
I was. We've done Simple Man before, and I can't find the lyrics for it. But anyway.
I gotta take my sweater. Warm in here.
That's not an easy song.
Yeah, we know it. Don't we?
Yeah, I guess I deleted the file for some reason.
Warm in here. Wish I wore a t-shirt.
About rocking in the free world. We'll work up a real sweat.
Thank
dream.
Yeah, sure.
Give me a second. Hold on. You gotta wait. I don't have Brooke here, guys.
You don't have what?
I don't have Brooke here, so
I was driving.
I'm gonna stand up for this one, Jimmy.
Remember some of these lyrics. Jimmy just like when I'm fucking driving in Bloor for like 30 minutes in traffic, just listen to the songs over and over again. It's a lot of fucking time in traffic. I swear to God.
I hate
At least I used to be every day. When I was on the tools, I drove downtown every single day. Now it's at least I go to the office in the morning and I go downtown maybe 4 times a week, 3 to 4 times a week.
on the lakeshore. That's always fun.
Oh, fuck that. I get off at Richmond. I don't bother with time for that. We're all cut across Dundas and down that way, across like pick up Parliament. So we can take Parliament, go Parliament down and pick up what is that, Wellesley? We take Wellesley like all the way across over to just on the south side of Queen's Park. The bypass a lot of shit there, and then pop down. And you can get past where they shut down King Street. Oh fuck! I can drive around Toronto.
I fucking hate drive. I don't drive down there no more. My wife was in St. Michael's Hospital and I had to drive down there a few times.
Yeah.
I knew where I was going. I ended up getting me good. I'd go the way my Google said or my maps and the fucking it was bullshit. Then one time I got off the floor and went down.
Always traffic.
Yeah, so I went down. I got off at the 404 Bloor, right? And then I went over to I guess it's I don't know, like Garland's or out there.
Yeah.
Right down to Queen Street. Fucking, it's a lot better than the way they say.
Ready?
What are we doing? Running down the drain.
Yeah.
unless he's on call. Unless they're calling him.
Yeah, it's
They're not
emergency.
calling to say, nice job, Brian.
Yeah.
You did a good job today.
Yeah, no, they never call me for that. If it was, it'd be give me shit. You ever had your boss phone me and give me shit?
I quit over the phone once. She was giving me shit, and I said, fuck it. I'm not coming in. See you later. Send my check.
I fucked up a job. This guy's not even my boss. This guy's not even my boss. He's like the lead hand, right? Like he can't fucking do nothing. And he calls me up and says, "Oh, you fucked up this job."
At this new job?
No, where I used to work.
Oh.
Yeah, whatever. And I told my boss, "Why is he giving me fucking shit over the phone?" Oh, he's like lead hand. He can give me shit. And I said, "You can't fucking bull me. Give me shit." He said,
Oh yeah, those after hours calls, forget that shit.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
You gotta go?
No. My secretary let me know the fucking call. I know. So.
Well, you know what? Since we're stopping here, I
Oh,
gotta take a peek.
you're
Alright,
not
let's
on
take
call.
5, we'll come back.
Sorry, guys.
No, let's
I'm
get
so
this.
sorry.
Let's do
Well,
Well,
this.
Jimmy's gonna piss.
No,
and-
I don't.
I gotta take a piss.
Okay.
Alright, okay.
Give me 5.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Are you
He's
done
gonna
yet?
have a puff too, so let's. I'll go finish my half a smoke with him. That'll be a minute. I was standing up for this one.
Wow, Shane, you're the man.
Yeah, fuck.
I'll show you.
Just wait till I get back into my workout regimen. Build my back up. I just come out here to watch Jim with that.
Running down a dream.
sweater.
Well, no, let's play.
Okay. I would just grab my sweater. I was gonna go
Yeah.
back out.
Well, I mean, I'd
It's 8
rather,
o'clock, man. I turn into a pumpkin.
I'd rather play.
Oh, Jay?
Watch.
Get up this morning.
I woke up at like 4.
Oh, yeah.
But that's when I wake up.
That's when I get up when I gotta work. I get up about 10 to 7.
Yeah.
That's about normal.
I got up
I
around.
woke up at 4. I got out of bed at like. After 5, I guess.
I've mastered going back to bed after I get up. So
Yeah?
like, I got up around 4:30, took the dog out. Dog did all his business. Then
But
I went, and then I went back to bed and slept till about 8.
I get the kids up at 6 for school.
Yeah.
Kids get off to school and then I wake up to work. That's my day.
Is that gonna be big enough for all that you got? No, Katie.
Yeah, it's 9 by 5.
Oh, okay.
Just
We're
bigger
gonna
than
redo
what's
running
this.
down the drain.
Let's we'll finish it this time.
Hold on.
Nope.
I gotta get my stuff. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Thank
to hold you in perspective. What you got next?
Rockin' After Midnight.
Oh,
Yeah, living after midnight.
Living After Midnight.
try to stand up for this one too.
Okay. You guys ready?
Ready.
I would almost.
So,
I would do that.
that was good.
Yeah.
My other goal between doing 50 songs and having them memorized is I'm going to work my way to stand up for a whole set, a whole concert.
That's a good goal. Do it slowly though, buddy. Take it easy.
Yeah. You got to avoid head rushes.
Well, I'm good for like 15, 20 minutes. Then I gotta sit. I want to invest one of those stools that kind of sit up high. I mean, I've got stools, but they're not very comfortable. I should try that one before I invest.
You want a standing desk stool.
Yeah, like an ergonomic thing that I'm sitting, but I'm standing, and I'm up and singing. Shut up, Shane. What do we got? Really want to try it? I'll try it. I don't play it anyways. How about Sex on Fire?
Lay where you lay. Gotta try, right?
Hold on.
My guitar is out of tune.
So is mine.
Somebody's out of tune. That's why.
It's me, I think. I'm way out. In a sec.
Before you start, I'm gonna go in. I got a real.
Oh, my D is way out. Hold on, sorry. Give me a second.
How much will you make off? You set it up. So how much of your own time?
Hold on, let me say goodbye to Katie.
So you set up the camera at the same frame rate as the
No, it's a special machine. It's a machine that they've digitizes it.
so it records at whatever frame rate
Yeah.
reel to reel is? So what is the frame rate of it? Is that 8 millimeter?
Super 8, so yeah, 8
Super 8.
millimeter, yeah. Crazy long. But, yep, alright, see ya. Have fun. Love you. And you guys have fun. And I'm gonna continue with the reel and talking to my
You're not going to put that on tonight.
probably, I don't know,
It's 4 hours.
4.5.
You're not staying up. Do it in the morning, babe.
Oh, it's 8 o'clock, yeah.
Yeah,
No.
we'll do it
Ah,
with
I'm not
coffee.
doing this tonight then.
Yeah, we'll do it with coffee.
See ya.
Take care.
See you later. Oh, it's so pretty.
Thank
It's all her fault.
Brooke,
What has she got better to do tonight?
taking
And
my daughter out for her fucking birthday.
whose birthday?
Sure.
Oh, sure. Oh, yeah. I forget how to do that.
It's just A and A E basically. Chief.
I know I made a thing of it. What did I call it? I am tired of waiting. Somebody find me. I swear I made a fucking document twice for this. For fuck's sakes. I'm sorry. I swear I made a fucking document.
Yeah,
Tweeter and the Monkey Man. Let's do Tweeter and the Monkey Man.
Where's that? Oh, there we go. Alright. Give me a second. Okay.
System
do that on that song.
You know that the bridge? You know this part.
I never learned it.
What?
I just kind of stopped and let you do
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Pretty easy though.
I don't want to go over top of you. But I can't learn it. I'll figure it out.
Starts here, right on a D. There's only really 3 notes.
Where does it go after that?
83.
I'll get it tomorrow. I'm stoned and drunk. So. Alright, I'll practice that tomorrow.
Let's do Ocean Purple.
Oh, just to fuck me up some more, eh? I knew that was coming. Where the fuck am I?
Kiss you
struggles I've had with that song over the years. It's too simple.
Yeah.
Oh, as Eugene would say, so simple.
So simple. So simple. Don't worry. Just so simple. Just play the chords. It's so
Just
simple.
play. Oh, last time he was here. White man don't fuck no more.
What's that supposed to be?
Chinese are taking over, and he's a Chinaman warning us. How about you shook me all night long? Where's Y?
Right at the bottom right hand corner. Right, go there you go.
Oh, thank you. Hold on, wait for me.
What do you gotta do?
Yeah. I'm doing my, I know my part. Let you do it.
Yeah, but if you just strum along a G and a D, right?
Yeah.
It's in there, right?
Yeah, we'll do it. So Doc,
Yo.
with the when he's doing the solo,
Yeah.
you're still playing the bass part from the chorus,
Oh, my bad.
and then it just continues. It does. It's not the It kind of fits though. Like a lot of people wouldn't tell.
Chorus part of the solo. Okay, so yeah. Continues like he's continue playing and then he goes into the solo. Yeah. Wanna try one more? Sure. It's not bad.
Okay, hold on. Another swig of beer for the working man.
Yeah.
After this, I gotta piss like a racehorse.
Yeah, I do too. Small prostate, I guess, when you get old.
I think it's called maybe 8 or 10 beers.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
Oh, hold on. Hold on. Listen, Mike. Listen, my microphone. All right, when you're ready, brother. So
No, I still fucked up.
Yeah, we're still not.
the only part, Doc,
Yeah.
is I don't know how many times we do it. I think we do
I know, when we went
on the second chorus. I think we sing it 4 times, and then we hold the D. What's that?
that goes into the solo.
That goes into the solo.
But then we come in.
I forget how many bars, but
I gotta pee, so
yeah, I got a piss too. We'll take a little break.
Let's just keep playing after you guys piss.
Huh?
Let's keep playing after you guys piss.
All right. I got a piss too. Oh fuck, my beer's frozen. Fuck. Hold on. Gotta go into the reserves. I'm gonna stand up for this one. With my microphone. Sorry, I don't mean to be a diva, but I am. I'm special. This one goes out to all the ladies that want to lick something. Pick a beat.
Now we're warmed up, right?
Pick a beat.
Huh?
Gotta pick a beat that fits him.
I know.
I know.
It's hard to. Once I get it, it's like there,
yeah.
but it takes me. Sometimes it's like a.
That's why I'm glad I try to do that.
Where does it go with the solo?
What?
Is it? Where does it go with the solo? Is it
I
F?
don't know what it does. I don't
The
know.
solo is the verse twice. Verse twice.
Okay.
Verse twice, and then you go into the
slows right down. It's like when it goes.
And the other,
when
I
it
don't
goes
think
in
it doesn't slow down. It kind of gets quiet.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything gets quiet.
Right.
But
But
the tempo, I think, is still the same. Yeah.
But that's back to the DBC, right?
I'm not sure what it is there. Probably. But there's something. It's there.
It's either that or it's
And then it goes-
FCB.
Yeah, I think it is the same like the verse. Just it's like quieter, and then it's the guitar, and then it goes into. Then they start doing a little bit of a guitar solo, but not much. It's short.
Yeah.
And then it goes into the verse.
And then the outro's got a guitar solo. Outro.
Yeah, and that's.
That's what I need.
It's the chorus over.
It's the chorus over and over. Okay.
That's cool? I can't remember.
That's what it was.
I think this is my last song, guys.
Make it count. Let's do something good.
That, or do you want to start with
We'll do this and then a song after this.
Thank
sits right at my falsetto, so my voice wants to slip every time I hit that.
You can do it in like a different key.
No, I'll get it. I just gotta practice. I just gotta drive and sing it. I spend a lot of time in my truck, so I can just pick a song and sing along.
You can do it higher in the key or even lower if you want.
Oh, for Christ's sakes, don't change the key.
Okay, let's go on. That was better, but kind of
Alright.
fell apart at the end.
One more song, guys.
What you got?
What do you want?
What do you want to do?
This might be the last one for you for a while. So
Hot
Make it
blooded?
fun.
Want to do hot blooded?
no, let's do a Mike song.
Well, not every week.
I like to
We'll
do
you
Cold
around.
Jim before you go.
I'll stay in
Okay.
touch. I'll let you guys know if I'm around. I'll say I'm around. I'm not.
Yeah,
Because we're not going to be up there every week.
yeah, it's a good summer anyhow.
Yeah, and the two of us are like, we're gonna have it forever. Like, our kids still have lives, right? Like, my son is probably gonna play rugby. My daughter still rides horses, so we're gonna be around.
Summertime anyhow. I'll be busy too.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's always something going on the weekends for me too, right?
One more song. I gotta yeah, I'll get
Will you pick any song? Done.
I don't want to pick a song. Turn the page there. Pick a song.
Turn the page. There we go. Do you want it heavy or what?
Just play like we normally do.
Sorry?
No, it's fine.
Ease into it?
Yeah.
Alright.
On a long and lonesome highway. On a long and lonesome highway,
Thank you, brother. One last song for Chris and I. Just to hash around.
You remember when we did this way back?
Yeah.
And when you put it on YouTube?
It's still there.
Yeah.
That sounds
I know, I looked it up a couple
Oh, you put
times.
it public on YouTube?
Cold Gin. Chris and Shane and Chris. Cold Gin. And then there's also, what's the other one? Black something.
Oh, Black Diamond?
Yeah.
Where the fuck? What is this?
That was good, man. Had a good time.
Yeah.
Sounded pretty good tonight, too.
Yeah.
A lot of it sounded really good.
Yeah. But, I mean, did you record it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It was good to see.
You still putting it on Facebook there, that group?
I'm not
Nope.
even-
'Cause I don't go on Facebook anymore. You know, you can fucking have it on it much.
Yeah, I don't go on.
I still got my account, but I took it off my phone. I can't see. They spend so much time on my phone all the time. It's like, yeah, like
Scrolling and scrolling, man.
well, she gets home from work. First thing she does, man, she's on her fucking phone looking at
Who?
my wife. She keeps saying to me, "I'm gonna get rid of this. There's really nothing any good on it." But you know, I like to know what's going on with people. I don't know. Fucking social media is fun.
Alright, here we go, Chris. It's gonna be rough. I haven't tried it in a while.
No, we didn't do. I don't know if we did that one.
See what
No.
this
Or
is?
we may have tried it.
I
But the
think
only
it
two
does
that
sound
came
like
out
it works.
pretty good
Yeah.
were Black Diamond and
It's
Cold Gin.
Black Diamond.
I just think a little.
Huh?
You gonna do it?
Oh, I have
That's like
to.
reverb.
Hold
Now.
on.
I've always got reverb.
Let's
Alright,
wait
guys.
till next time. Save it
All right,
for next
we'll
time.
save it for next time.
Good job, Mike.
Yeah, you guys too, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Take
Thank
it
you
easy,
very
man.
much for coming. Everybody, as always, is greatly appreciated.
We will see you later.
Yeah, it was fun, Jam. I'll get home decent time, let my doggy out. Or maybe I'll go to the fucking Simple Arms and see the band.
Friday night.
Yeah, they got a band every Friday and Saturday. You know what? I used to know all the fucking musicians around Sutton. I used to be like kind of in the circuit there. I don't know fucking anybody now. I've been out of it for about 10 years, right? Fucking then COVID happened. I don't fucking know.
I know a guy up right near where the Georgina the ferry goes across to Georgina Island.
Yeah.
Yeah, bit of a whack job for sure.
John?
No, his name is Jim.
Okay. 'Cause I know a guy named Johnny lives right there.
He's a good guitar player, I'll tell you
Yeah,
that.
John likes to play, but he's,
But this guy's a little bit mentally. You go into his house
Yeah.
and there's fucking just shit everywhere.
Always a order.
And fucking kitchen is full of dishes and stuff. And he's
can't
like
go into
setting
a
up.
house like
He's
that.
setting up his PA system, and he's just all over the place.
Fuck that. I can't go in a house like that, man. It drives me
But when
nuts.
the guy when he plays guitar though,
Yeah.
when
I
he's
used to
really,
know.
he's
Well,
good.
I used to know a few people from Sutton. I can't remember her name.
My wife
Kay.
knows everybody in Sutton.
Hell yeah.
Her name was Kay.
Well, my
and she's a
my
redhead.
friends are selling their house in Sutton right now,
Whereabouts?
right on High Street,
Yeah, you told me they're right by the.
right by the river, by the bridge there.
I don't know what a house right in town's worth.
Yeah. Whereabouts are you in Sutton?
Out by the water.
Oh, so what are they? Is Jackson Point or?
I'm in between, say, Jackson's Point and Silver's Point.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Mosington. You know where Mosington Bridge is?
Not really.
You know the blue bridge on Lake Drive in Sutton?
Not really. I don't really know it that well.
Yeah, okay. I thought maybe you got up to something else.
I do, but I always go to the same place every time.
Yeah, you don't go down by the lake.
Not really.
We got I go down the lake. I spend fucking a lot of time at that lake, man. in the
Yeah?
summertime. Yeah, we got like a beach for my street.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
you got like shared access.
Yeah. It's fucking awesome, man. We're in the big part of the lake. There's no place I'd rather be on a hot summer day. I tell you.
I drove my car out there once.
Yeah, I did. Oh, like I texted
On the
you.
ice.
Oh yeah.
Katie and I are interested in going there one time, but we'll figure it out.
Cold gin time again. That's the one I'll be singing on the way.
We actually have the freedom now that we don't have Liam, although there's some issues with Liam's care, but we're working through it. He dropped 30 pounds, so somebody's dropping the ball on things.
Yeah, well, they fucking I don't know what kind of place he's in, but you know, they don't always fucking give him the best care. I know, and my parents were in a fucking place, and I know they whatever. You know, shit.
Well,
what happens they don't tell you about. Put it that
It's
way.
the food program that they're not listening to us about, and he needs to have extra calories because you've never seen him, but he's skin and bones to begin with.
Yeah.
So for him to drop down to 112 pounds and he's
Yeah,
26,
yeah, I've seen them. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
30
so-
pounds is a lot for almost anybody.
yeah. So anyway, we'll see how it goes, but we're gonna work with them, and Katie can't bring him home anymore. So. But we have the RV, and we can travel somewhere and crash somewhere. She would love it. She needs to get fucking having fun, especially after Sunday with the funeral of our friend. We're gonna try and move on.
You can let loose.
And it's party time and shit.
Well, this is a rough one, and we're like, okay, we have to.
Hey, Mike. That's my.
You always mic your heavy drums, Mike?
Yeah, I always mic the kick drum.
I never really noticed it.
Well, you did because otherwise you wouldn't hear it as much. Sort of, yeah. Because the kick can use it, right? Because everything else is so loud. Right?
Well, I used to play with another drummer. He always mic'd. He had a fucking always mic drums mic, and fucking sounded good. But
Yeah.
Well,
But,
how about this?
no, it was
Oh,
good.
watch!
Oh,
You're
am I
so
still
plugged in.
Holy fuck! How did I do that? That is dumb.
How about this for the next swap? We know Duck is going to be busy with his course,
Yeah,
his cottage, his kids, and everything.
yeah. Summer's here. It's like,
So each week, instead of me asking, we're all in the same group text. I'm open all kinds of times. So just
Well, yeah.
each week, if you can list what times you're available, and we shoot from there.
I'm yeah.
Without me asking.
I'm kind of used to waiting for your text, right?
Well,
Like,
just do it. Like, we're all in the same group. Just text there.
yeah.
I'm making up a list. I got a list of what we do together. I got a list of.
Someone texts me.
Here's the.
what's that?
I don't usually text a lot unless someone texts me.
Okay, fine. Then, fine.
I mean,
Okay.
I have to admit that, like, as a group, like, we can do okay without Brooke, but without anybody else is kind of not, doesn't seem the same.
No. Here's some songs that. So, okay, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Let me get this straight. So, Chris, is now available on Wednesdays.
Yeah. Well, my
Wednesdays.
other jam got switched to Tuesdays.
So-
What time?
On Tuesdays?
On Wednesday.
I don't work, so I prefer daytime.
Yeah.
So we started around 2:30, 3-ish, or whatever it's been.
That's good, man. Yeah.
The other drummer that we've been playing with down the road is gonna be busy. He's dealing with father-in-law dying,
he's sick,
and
yeah.
they're actually he's picked a date to be put. How do you say that?
Euthanized?
Yeah, he got
Euthanized.
fucking
Thank you.
cancer throat, man. He's in bad shape.
Who is?
Yeah.
This guy's
Yeah.
father-in-law.
Oh,
Yeah.
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 Oh, so he's going through the maid thing.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's going. Here's some of the songs that Jimmy and I have done recently.
Oh, yeah.
Home Sweet Home by
Mommy Crew.
Motley Crue.
Yeah.
Bob Cajun.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Very
I mean, if you guys want to keep it acoustic, I mean, it doesn't.
No, we can do whatever.
Yeah,
Just
electric.
You want to do electric?
Yeah.
I mean,
Mary Jane's Last Dance,
Oh, yeah.
Breakdown,
I played both of those before.
Sweet Home Alabama.
Oh, I played that.
You and I've done this.
I played all those songs.
Freebird, come up.
Well, the Freebird's a tricky one, man. Like,
Yeah.
to do it right,
Yeah.
you can't really do it justice, to be honest.
I know.
We don't
It
have
was
to
just a
do
joke
these.
that I played it, and I raised it.
I'm just. This is the list from what Jimmy and I did Wednesday. Sundown, Folsom. There was more, but I guess I didn't write it down. So anything goes, but it's a trio. We don't have a bass player.
Yeah.
So yet, working on it.
Yeah.
Unless Jimmy wants to be bass, but he's lead guitarist, so like then there's no
I
stuff.
would if I had to, I guess.
Well, I can work on. If you want to do a trio, I can work on the stuff with the bass. I'm capable of playing bass. I couldn't do like last year when they were like, "Oh, let's do this song," and I'm like, "I never fucking played it before." Boom, 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 boom. Okay, good fucking luck. But if I have like a day or two to work on it, I can at least keep a beat.
Yeah.
And also working on.
I've played without bass before. It's no big
Also
deal.
working on getting Katie up to speed, but
It helps keep us in line, right?
Pardon?
I think it helps keep us in line with everything.
With the bass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's important, man.
Katie
Being a
does know
drummer,
some.
you know, Most drummers have gotta have a good band.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Like whenever one of you guys stops playing when we're in a song, I'm kind of like going, what the fuck? Like, like when you stop playing.
I realize just how important rhythm is.
Yeah.
Right, it's a part of our song.
Yeah.
So,
That's it.
so Katie does like Bad Moon Rising and Brown Eyed Girl and stuff like that. She can do those. So I'm gonna. It won't be until after.
Well, we're pretty good. Like
Sunday.
I know myself. If I know the song, like just in my head, I can usually pick it up pretty good. Unless it's a weird time signature thing.
I don't think we're doing.
I'm coming back. I got another trip.
I don't think we're doing anything that we haven't done here before anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, those songs you just listed, I've played most of them.
Right.
Eddie,
So
and if you pick stuff like CCR and stuff, those songs are really pretty.
okay.